This is a factory paint job from 1976. Welcome to the channel, guys. On this episode, we have a lot of cool stuff to show you, including an awesome product giveaway. But first, today is the day we are introducing you to our new shop project. It is a 1967 GMC van straight from California. When we were doing this project, La Gringa, doing that cab corner, we did ask you guys if you wanted to see a patina video. Well, guess what? This is not it. But we are gonna show you guys how to protect your patina vehicles in the Florida sun or wherever you guys live. This is an original paint. So here at Salvage or Savage, we're gonna do everything we can to protect it and make this van last a lot longer. So I called out the big dogs all the way from Oklahoma, Poppy's Patina.
Hey guys.
Let's see what you brought out here with us.
Let me get the door open there.
Oh, man, not only did you bring products, she also brought Tim.
Hey everybody. So what we're going to start with, Mikey, is we're going to start with cleaning the vehicle. We're going to use our pre-cleaner, and that's just to get all of the water-based contaminants off, bird crap, anything like that that's on the surface.
Something tells me that this will also get off latex paint, huh?
Absolutely.
So this van was completely covered in overspray. There are still some, and it does give it a little character, so we'll go ahead and leave those.
After we've thoroughly cleaned the surface and scuffed it with a scuff pad like Brian was saying, we go back over it with a wax and grease remover. And with this product, we'll wipe the entire surface to remove any contaminants to ensure that the clear coat will stick.
Just out of curiosity, where'd you get that shirt? That looks a lot like ChaChing.
We're going to add 2 ounces per gallon, just like we're washing the car, except for instead of a wash pad or mitt, we're going to use a light gray scuff pad.
What's wrong, guys? The Florida heat getting to you?
The Florida heat's getting to us a little bit, but also more importantly, we're fixing to use the wax and grease remover. It's a solvent base. It's going to remove all your oil-based contaminants, and the way it works is you wipe it on wet, all the contaminant stuff floats to the top of it. Take a dry rack while the wax and grease remover is still wet, and then wipe it dry. So if we were to wipe it outside, we're going to get all those contaminants to the top. We're not going to have time to wipe it dry before it flashes off.
Boys are making their way around the van and they are prepping this thing ready for some clear coat, ready for that poppy patina pop. So this is definitely a first. Brian recommended using aluminum foil to protect things you don't want paint or clear coat on. I've never done it, but it works pretty well because it's flexible and it sticks to itself. So it reminds me maybe of an ET van with all the tinfoil all over it. So I see you decided to take my GMC logo off. I guess that is a little more simple than taping up those little letters. Looks like you got all your stuff set up on the cart, Brian. Are we ready to start spraying?
This is our flat out matte clear coat spray on. This is a urethane based clear coat that's been specially formulated for patina surfaces. So you're gonna get all your good adhesion with this. You're gonna get water shedding, UV protection.
When I did ChaChing and I was studying on patina and how to protect it, I came across a lot of old timers talking about using oil.
Oil does not preserve patina. Matter of fact, quite the opposite. I mean, if you went down to the beach and you applied baby oil on your skin and you sat outside on the beach all day, I mean, you're gonna get fried. Oil's doing the same thing to whatever bit of paint you might have left on that patina.
So it makes it look shiny, but it's not doing anything else.
It makes it look shiny, it's temporary, and you're actually increasing the deterioration of what paint you might have left on that vehicle.
You know, a lot of people get nervous about mixing your catalyst and your clear coat together.
We're gonna mix up several cups of it because you and I both are going to be up and down on ladders. We're going to continually be refilling our cups and our guns. So we'll be able to just go back over the table, pick up the next cup, pour it in.
Okay.
So it's not a problem to mix it up in bulk like that because even at 77 degrees, whatever you've got mixed up, stirred up over here in this cup, you've got an hour and a half to use it. You don't want to have to stop, come back over to the mixing table, remeasure, remix. The whole time you're doing all that, this over here is flashing off and starting to dry. We want to keep that wet edge flowing around the vehicle.
Is it time to start spraying yet, please?
As bad as I want to spray too, Mikey, no, not right now. It's hot outside, we got the sun up. What happens is that direct sunlight speeds up the evaporation process, and you'll end up with like dry streaks, dry spray, stuff like that. So you want to find a cool, shaded area. I mean, whether that's in your garage or whether that's outside in a carport, doesn't matter.
So I guess I'll see you tomorrow then, Brian.
Tomorrow morning early.
I got no problem with that. I'll see you then. I noticed you just flipped the truck around here. What's going on?
You don't want to spray this stuff in the direct sun because it's actually going to start drying fast on you, so you can't keep a good wet edge. We just flipped it around. We're just going to wipe it down with the Scotch-Brite a little bit and put one final wet coat on this side of the van.
If you do miss anything and you don't tape off or protect something that should be a shiny little bit, like a bumper or a handle, have no fear. Xylene is here. Just grab a little Xylene in a rag and just simply wipe off the surface that you got your overspray and you're good to go.
But with that, you also want to wait 24 hours if possible to expose it to any of the elements. If you're cruising down the road and you got a bird that targets you, or you got acid rain, or just something in the environment, after 24 hours, you're totally resistant to all of that stuff.
We got the Poppy's flat out urethane clear coat on the van. It really brought out the richness of this burgundy factory paint, brought together all the patina. It added a whole bunch of quality protective elements to the van here in South Florida, so that way it lasts longer and longer and longer.
Well, not only are you totally UV protected now, this makes it aquaphobic. Now that we're clear coated.
Wow.
When I say aquaphobic, I mean it really is just
scared of water.
Scared of water. It just sheets it off. It's hard to make it even beat up because it just runs off to the ground.
That's sick.
Everybody that's had a matte black vehicle's probably experienced this at some point. You get a rag, you start scrubbing and rubbing on it, and you end up with a shiny spot. With the flattening agent that we use in this, it's not a talc like most other paint companies. I don't care if you buffed on it, if you rubbed on it, you can't get a shine back out of it.
So no matter what you do to this at this point, it's always basically gonna look like this. We have the van sprayed, sealed, and protected. We've teamed up with Poppy's Patina to give away the whole shebang, which includes a wipe-on clear coat, a ceramic detail spray, a wash and wax, as well as their pre-cleaner. It's valued at $160, and we have all the details on how to enter to win in our description below. This paint's not gonna cure any faster with us staring at it, so I'm gonna go inside and show you guys how to use this clear coat. If you don't have a compressor and you're not a sprayer and you don't have a spray gun, this is your solution, man. We grabbed a couple old rusted parts around the shop, like this tailgate here that's been sitting around, and I did pull off the side view mirrors off ChaChing. They do have it in a matte and a gloss, and we're gonna mix them together and make a satin, so this should be pretty cool.
So the prep process is basically the same. You're gonna wanna wash it with our pre-cleaner, follow that up with our wax and grease remover. Our wipe-on product is actually an 8-to-1 ratio. So it's gonna be 8 parts clear and 1 part catalyst. Whenever you're doing a blend like we're doing here, you wanna make sure that you do your blend first, follow up with your 8-to-1 with your catalyst. Just be sure if you are mixing to different gloss levels, make sure you keep that same mix ratio throughout the project so you don't end up with different gloss levels around the vehicle or whatever it is that you're coating. So we've got it taped off half and half here just because we want to show you guys the contrast between coated and uncoated. We've got our applicator blown off, trimmed up. We've got our product mixed up. We're ready just to start coating. We're just going to wipe it on now. Took probably less than a minute. I mean, wipe it on, it's very fast. We didn't have any problem getting around the embossed Chevrolet emblem, around the handle. Mikey pulled off some rusted mirrors with pinstripe on them. We're gonna coat these with the same clear we just coated the tailgate with. Seal our rust in, most importantly add UV protection for the pinstripe to last years. So by the time it took us to coat the mirrors, which are small, quick, and easy, the tailgate over here is already dry enough. We can pull the tape off and show you guys the difference, the contrast in just the coated and uncoated side. So you can see where it really darkens up the rusted areas, the painted areas where we had some paint, brings out the paint. So one thing you gotta remember is when you're spraying, a lot of material is just not actually making it from the gun to the surface. Whenever you're wiping, it's 100% transfer efficiency. So 1 quart size, 32 ounces of our clear coat with catalyst will more than coat an entire long bed C10 truck. We sprayed a gallon of our flat out in the van. We probably could have coated with a quart to a quart and a half by wiping.
Not only does it look different, it's very rich, it also feels different. So this part is not coated, it feels very like chalky. I mean, you can almost like see the rust come off of my fingers, whereas this side you don't. So you could wipe it down with a rag and you don't get that terry cloth little fibers stuck onto your rusted truck. So I'd say it is a home run and I'm super stoked. So I think the last thing to do is what, Brian? You want to
take a rip and cha-ching.
Who doesn't want to take a rip and cha-ching? So first, let's get these mirrors back on the truck and let's get out there, boy. Back in action. Well, you guys both got to take a rip and cha-ching. What'd y'all think, man?
I was having a good time. that is amazing.
I saw you guys do that wipe on kit inside, man. It looks super simple. Why don't we just go ahead and wipe it on, bro?
Man, I would love to wipe cha-ching, but what you gotta watch is, since it's a faux patina, and you've used multiple different kinds of aerosols, with our wipe on product, we'll re-wet those paints. And the problem with wiping it on is, once you re-wet that paint, you start to drag the colors around. We don't want to do it, we want to keep it just like it is. So what you'd have to do on ChaChing is move over to the spray application.
Okay.
So the spray application is still going to re-wet the aerosol cans and the aerosol paint, but it's fine because we're not dragging anything around. It's going to re-wet, it's immediately going to dry, cure out, you're going to be protected. So I'll tell you what, Mikey, we're going to send you everything you need to spray our product over ChaChing, but this one's on you. You ain't got any help from me on this one.
Uh-oh. All right, well, great, man. I tell you, you guys are awesome. Poppy's Patina all the way from Oklahoma. Brian, you're the man. Timmy.
Thank you for the ride. It was awesome.
It was a pleasure having you guys at our shop, man. Now that we got the van protected with the Poppy's Patina, we're confident that this van is not going to waste away into a pile of rust in this Florida climate. You saw us do the wipe on patina kit on this here tailgate. So make sure you check out the description below the video to see how you can win your chance to get the whole shebang kit for your very own patina car. The next question is, what do we do with this van? You know, everything here at Salvage or Savage has got to be slammed on the ground, so that's for sure. We're gonna bag it. But what do you guys think we should do as far as the heart in this thing, man? You know we like EV swaps, you know we like LS swaps. Maybe we do something different. What do you guys think? How about a diesel? 2JZ. What do you guys think we should do to get this van rolling on the ground? You know it's gonna have to burn some rubber, so give us an idea in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. It's been a long, hard 2 days worth of work. I'm going home to get some sleep. We'll see you later.